And just piggybacking on what I said about, being 27 and never being courted before, another thing I want to say is a lot of men preyed on me. Like, that is something that I've really, come to terms with and I'm understanding. I'm autistic, so, delayed processing. But a lot of men preyed on me. And, I've actually gotten confirmation of that because one of the guys that I figured I wasn't really his type and, he was just preying on me before his own ego and stuff like that. He's actually a podcaster, and I actually ran across a clip of his where he actually said that. He was like, yeah, it's been some women I dated, they weren't my type, and I just went after them because of my ego, basically. And I when I seen that, it just made me I just felt so dehumanized. Am I a fucking object? I don't know that. I don't know. It just the way that I just think I'm so interested and I have so much range. And it's dang, okay, so I know that as a woman, your worth is not defined by male validation, right? But at the same time, I could also understand that as a woman, I don't think there's necessarily nothing wrong with knowing that, with wanting to know that you're desirable or wanting a little bit of male validation. We're humans, right? Take a basic fucking psychology class and you see that humans are wired for a connection and we like external validation. The problem is when it becomes excessive, right? But because I have such a lack of experiences when it comes to actually being chosen and being dated, being courted intentionally, I have to be honest and I have to be raw and real. That does fuck with my mental. Especially when you see everybody else around you, it's just so easy for them. I don't know. And then being a girl that's autistic, a black girl that's autistic, I'm looking back and I'm realizing I never picked up on so many social cues.
You're one of those. You are a loser. Simple. Accept it. Move on.
Well, there you have it, folks. She just pretty much explained to us why she is undesirable. She explained to all of us why she's undesirable, why men are looking the other way, why men are only looking at her as something to just play with. And then you sit here and you tell us, I feel like men are just preying on me. I feel like men are just preying on me, all while simultaneously saying that you never had a man properly vet you. So you mean to tell me out of all of the men that you've dealt with, they all preyed on you? You mean to tell me out of all the men that wanted you, they just preyed on you? Not a single one wanted to vet you. So people, here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with being autistic, right? Yeah, right. But I mean, we know a lot of people who have, some form of autism, right? But still functionable. They can still be in society. They still work with everybody. They still could be but we know many people who are like that, right? People who ask a bunch of questions. They always it's always a question. I mean, they can have one question. They can have 20 questions about one question, right? So you can sit up here and say, hey, well, I need you to go ahead and go move this. They will ask, well, why do you want me to move it? Just because we just need to get it out of the room. Why do we need to get out of the room? Now, and they're just going to keep piling on questions. A lot of people will consider that to be someone who is autistic, right? But I mean, personally, once again, are they still functionable? Yes. Can they still be a part of society? Yes. I don't see anything wrong with those type of people. But then when you have somebody who is like this, who is saying, hey, I'm autistic, right? Okay. To some people that might, to some people that might turn them away. I wouldn't say it should turn anybody away, if this person is still functionable, right? But you can't be autistic and be annoying at the same time, because once again, you come off as somebody who knows right from wrong. So if you know right from wrong, if you know that you shouldn't be on the internet, right? If you know that you can come on the internet to talk about what you want to talk about, to start pushing narratives, then you should know that, hey, maybe, just maybe, you might be the issue here. She is functionable. She's functionable. But when you start to dig deeper and you start to look at some of her other videos, you be like, I can see why nobody really likes you. But let's continue.
And because I didn't know how to read the room, I wasn't recognizing the fact that niggas was really preying on me. I was really getting taken advantage of for real. I was, and I couldn't see it. And when I would go back and I would tell my friends about certain things and situations, they'd be like, Camry, I could have told you that. And it's I didn't know. I didn't know. So that's also why like dating is like scary for me. Because I feel like it's so hard. I don't mean to cry. That's why I'm not putting my face on the camera. I just started crying as I was talking. I feel like it's so hard for me to sometimes recognize when someone is like preying on me. It's hard. And I be having, it's just hard, y'all. It's so hard as an autistic black girl to date these niggas. And then we also know that when you're on a spectrum, when you're neurodivergent, you have so much range and you're very much so like multidimensional, and you have so many different sides to you, right? And it's like when you live in a society where, you know, men like to box women, and especially black women, into one particular lane, it's like they can't even it's like they're drawn to you because of your light and because of how cool you are, how many different interests you have, and how intelligent you are. But it's like in real life, they don't get the complexities that also come with that. It's like I don't know. I be feeling like niggas look at me like, oh, she's inexperienced. Nobody looks at me like, oh, like I want to, if I come near her, I really gotta get my shit together. Like I want to court her intentionally. I want to court her intentionally. Like I ain't never have that. And I fear that if it does happen for me, like if a man steps in and he wants to like court me intentionally, and I'm not saying, you know, that like everything has to last, right? Because you're not gonna be compatible with everybody. But I'm just saying like when that does happen for me, or if it does happen for me, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I don't know. I literally don't know how I'm gonna respond to that. Cause I ain't never had it. Every single man, I mean every single one, down to the one that kind of like triggered me into a fucking spiritual awakening. They like the idea of me. They never wanted to get to know me. Ever. It's I don't know. It's crazy. And I be crashing out about that every day. And I tried to I have so many different hobbies. You know, I like puzzles and shit. I be trying to hang out with my homegirls and, you know.
Man, if you don't sit your goddamn uncle ass pistol grip chin down somewhere.
Grip chin ass.
Damn, all you are doing is just playing victim and just refusing to make any changes. Because here's the thing, nobody owes you an understanding. Nobody owes you an understanding, but here you are crying and complaining, trying to get an understanding, trying to get men to like you. And it's just like, once again, you need to look in the mirror for you to be able to get that answer. Once again, you're smart enough to know how to pick up a camera, push false narratives, lie, make up something, right? And constantly point fingers at somebody. You are smart enough to be able to look in the mirror and figure out what is the issue to your problem. And your problem is you, right? The reason you have the problems is because of you. Once you can acknowledge that, then you might be able to find some peace.
You know, I do a lot of things for myself. I'm trying to better my life, and I have a lot of things that I'm trying to work on. And I'm not male-centered, right? But I don't think there's anything wrong with acknowledging the fact that, yes, I do want to be picked by a man one day. Like, I do. Even in the midst of me doing all of these things, like pole classes, I be scrapbooking my life, I be going to museums and shit. I be going to brunch with my friends and shit like that. But my desire does not go away. It doesn't go away. But it's like, I don't know. I have this deep desire to really be known. And it's like, none of these niggas want to get to know me. It's like, I find that things last longer when you're very superficial and vague. And it's like, I get that you need to be superficial when you're getting to know someone, like initially, right? Like sometimes you do need to be superficial. You need to be surface level. I get that 100%. But it's like, it never progresses like past that for me. Like, it's like niggas just like when you're very, again, vague, superficial, surface level, when you are mean. I find that men actually like you more when you're mean, when you act like you don't like them like that. I could literally write a whole fucking paper on it. And it's insane to me because it's like, That's not who I am. That is not who I am. I don't know. That's not who I am. I don't want to have to be mean for a man to like me. I don't want to have to do all these fucking manipulation tactics for someone to be interested in me. Like, I just don't feel like that's, like, I feel like we've lost the plot when it comes to dating. I don't want to have to do any of that shit. I don't. I just want to be my weird, quirky, authentic self. Like, I don't want to have to play all these fucking mind games. It's crazy to me. I feel like if you have to do all that, it ain't love. Like you starting it off wrong. And I feel like social media has really ruined romance, like true romance and getting to know somebody. Like, it's ruined it. And I don't be wanting no parts. I don't want to date anybody. Honestly, like, I'm cool.
Some people are really fucking stupid. God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around.
Yeah, guys, she is just a perpetual victim. I mean, just look at this video here. I mean, this alone should kind of tell you where her mindset is and why she is in the situation that she is in.
I wrote a piece on Substack about how I just don't believe that I'm black men's type. And the reason I say this is because I hold very radical values and I have a very decolonized point of view on life and success and relationships, and a lot of values that I have, they just don't align with plenty of black men. And the black men that do align with it, they're not really like physically attractive to me. And also they tend to be very much so into like polyamory and stuff like that, which nothing is wrong with that, but it's just like, that's not my thing. Like, I want a committed relationship, you feel me? Also, I find that, like, I'm very whimsical. I'm very kooky. I'm very, like, I'm the woo-woo lady. I'm very witchy. But I'm also very logical. I'm also very practical. And, but as far as, like, my whimsical side, like, a lot of black men, like, niggas, they don't be liking that shit. Like, they do not be liking that shit. I'm very neurospicy. I'm autistic. I'm very much so on the spectrum. I have ADHD. And for me, I would need to be with a black man who's very patient, who's very gentle with me, who's very like tender with me, because of the things that come with being on the spectrum. I just want you so.
Once again, guys, I mean, proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. But yet they come on here every single day. They jump on TikTok every single day to try to make it seem as if men are the problem, as if men are the ones that are just, that are just making the dating market hard. No, nobody's making the dating market hard. You're making the dating market hard for yourself when you are deciding to sit here and take a stance like this, when you're deciding to absolve yourself from all accountability. And that's just sad, because all she's going to do is continue the same cycle over and over and over, because instead of just taking accountability, instead of looking in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm the problem here, she's going to keep blaming these men. I mean, you should already know you should already know it was going to be an issue when she said that, hey, well, listen, these guys preyed on me. Are we serious? All right, are you serious? And then when you look at some of her videos, like with the I guess pictures of her face or whatnot, the stuff that she puts on her face is just like, listen, you are radioactive. You're radioactive, and it's all because of you. Nobody else but your own. So do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. To the next one.